Well, nationwide, the verdict has sparked sharp reactions and in many cases relief, including here in Louisville, where activists continue to be outspoken in their fight for racial justice locally. WHAS 1119's Isaiah Kim Martinez shares where local leaders stand tonight following the convictions. He's in the newsroom. Isaiah?
Well, Doug, I asked a couple influential people in this community if the jury's decision to pronounce all three men guilty surprised them at all and what this means for our justice system going forward. From outside the Glenn County Courthouse in Brunswick, Georgia.
It's so obvious to so many of us that that should have been the verdict, but so often it never is.
To inside this prominent church just east of downtown Louisville, there is relief. Senior Pastor Bruce Williams at Bates Memorial Baptist says even celebration.
To hear guilty, 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 and to hear it over and over again is surprising, unusual, refreshing, and hopeful.
The conviction of the three Georgia men found guilty of murdering Ahmaud Arbery hits a chord in Louisville, a city that suffered its own pain, a community questioning whether true justice will ever be served.
Years ago, this would not be breaking news. Prior to George Floyd, it would not be breaking news. Prior to Breonna Taylor, it would not be breaking news. And more people, in my opinion, are now understanding what the outcry has been for many, many years.
We asked former Jefferson County prosecutor and now defense attorney Carl Price what this verdict means for us as a country.
The jury was mostly or all white. And you come out with a guilty verdict with the verdicts that we've seen. I think it gives us hope.
Meanwhile, Williams, who's joined the protest marches and has been vocal on his calls for systemic change, is slow to call it true progress.
And while many of us believe it's a correct verdict, it is not, in the big picture, a sign of some radical reform or revolutionary change in the criminal justice system.
Whether Breonna Taylor's case serves as a symbol for holes in the justice system continues to be debated for itself. But in the case of Arbery, Williams tells me this verdict is proof outcry works.
Pressure put on people and systems to change.
And what we need to do to solve these problems.
But we've got miles to go before we sleep.